Previously on the circuit.
I have PLO today, and it's a game that has very high variance.
There's Navi on the table, there's Arman on the table, there's Azhar.
I could be the dark horse.
Game plan is to try and secure as many points as I can.
Only one thing I can do, right? We'll go for everything and anything.
Like everyone on the table had come to win.
I'd say more creative players on the table with Zarwan to my immediate left.
He's a top rec.
PLO is my forte.
But I don't think I was playing my top game.
I think the last part was just a downfall straight away.
I picked up fast, but I feel like I'd forgotten again today and I had to re-pick it up.
Hats off to Laksh because, whatever strategy he may have used, it worked.
He did something very unconventional. He limped under the gun.
And I was like, shabash.
He's like, "Tu chill kar rahe, बैठे रहे यहीं पे, मैं सबको उड़ाएगा."
It'd be sick if I just go out there and win it. I was just telling myself that, don't spew it again. Just keep focused.
Wow, Zarwan is just smashing.
Welcome back. It's time for the second PLO match, event number 4. And this one's got a couple of beasts in it. Not like the other one didn't, but relative scales. Because again, Jagdeep's going to be in the mix.
PLO event is a format which I've played a lot in my life. I try to find the situations or the spots where they are out of their comfort zone. I try to find the situations where they're making mistakes and I try to exploit it.
Abhishek Goendi, PLO, he loves the 4 cards. He likes the 5 and the 6 as well, but that's besides the point.
The people on my table are going to try to stop my plan. So I've got to figure out a way how to beat them.
Aashish Ahuja is also in the mix. He's one of the weaker PLO players.
Obviously for the best and expect for the most also.
Pratibha, this is her happy place. She's really confident and this is her best opportunity to get some much needed points.
My strategy going in the game would be to build a stack initially so that I am deep stacked from the beginning and so that I have a stack to maintain or navigate or put pressure or dominate the table.
I played a lot of PLO, cash games, we do play a lot. I'm playing with a bunch of good players, so I think edge is going to be minimal, so I'm going to push whatever I have and make them decide what to do.
I'm excited, especially looking at the lineup. There will be a lot of action, a lot to learn.
Having the chips is a bigger advantage because you can just leverage it against the people around you. Kind of hoping to have a similar strategy to go for chipping up quite early.
Gamble the future.
So here's the scene for PLO. Abhishek Goendi wants to consolidate his lead at the top. Jasven, Sehgal and Jagdeep will like to break away from the middle of the pack. And in the danger zone, Gaurav, Pratibha, Vinod and Aashish want to avoid dreaded minus points to go deeper in the hole. Let's get to the action then. Shuffle up and deal. So this is how those players will be seated on PLO table number 2. All eyes on Jagdeep Singh, the end boss of PLO. Will the rest of them be able to handle his onslaught?
It's time for PLO table number 2. My name is Vidar Singhal, calling the action along with Aditya Vadvani as always. Addy, PLO, 4 cards, double the pleasure, double the fun.
Ooh, spicy.
First time, now it won't be as fun. Okay, let me think of another one.
What did the angry chickens say?
Fuck off! I know this one. This one too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I told my wife to embrace her mistakes.
She hugged me.
Yeah.
Goendi knew that a little too well.
We're doing street jokes today to kick off the table. I like it. On the other hand, look at Jasven and Vinod for that matter. Pretty serious now that the cards are in the air. Vinod is a PLO sicko himself. He's battling a few other sickos on the table. I simply cannot wait.
I imagine we're going to be saying that word sicko a lot because that's pretty much the majority of the table here, as far as PLO goes.
उधर देखना यार.
क्यों देखूं उधर?
Please यार, मैं jokes निकाल रहा हूँ. 900.
Goendy protecting his cards, an important part of live poker. But let's shout out Pratibha with aces. Pratibha Arya, one of the PLO beasts, sickos, as we just said, Addy, across the country. Picked up the game, liked it early in terms of choosing it over Hold'em, and completely dominates the cash tables.
These are the perfect example of rag aces in PLO, though. Ace, ace, 7 deuce.
Yin and yang, in a way. Talking about dominating PLO cash tables, we have Mr. V for Vendetta, a screen name that strikes fear into the hearts of PLO players. Jagdeep Singh is entering the pot.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the man who's taken the largest pot that I've lost in my life from me.
I suspect that is a common story across the country.
This is how you show mercy?
She are also pot, no? Pratibha out of pot or no? What was that? Pop. Sorry, pop. Pratibha in pot, Pratibha out of pot.
Oh, and his hand has been revealed. It's kings with an ace. This is partly why he's 3-bet as well. He has an ace blocker. Should not expect Pratibha to have 2 aces herself. This could be trouble. Pratibha could 4-bet, but decides to just call thanks to the raggy nature of her aces. And we head to a flop. This could get tricky if it comes all undercards. I suspect both players are very comfortable. They've navigated this exact situation thousands of times. And Pratibha, mind you, considers Jagdeep a mentor as well.
And here we go. Expected aggression from Jagdeep Singh.
It is undercards, but it's 4-3 deuce, the underest of undercards, and they're connected as well. Neither player too comfortable. Pratibha check calls. Too early to get scared in this hand. Does have the deuce as well, some backdoor hard draws. Jagdeep is essentially bluffing or protecting at this point. He's just 12% to win it though, way behind.
This is lame only. For this you need to deliver it properly. It's not like...
Queen of spades should connect with Pratibha a lot more than Jagdeep considering the pre-flop action.
If Elon Musk opens a bakery, what would it be called? Bun Muska.
Key moment in the hand, double barrel or check behind and take some showdown value. Jagdeep deciding between the two. He doesn't connect with this board at all. Decides to check behind. And Pratibha gets the check mark and a favorable river card as well, just completely disconnected. And looks like Pratibha is going to use all that experience and perhaps make a thin value bet.
4,500.
Instant muck.
Pratibha 1, Jagdeep 0. No mercy. You don't show mercy, no? Why you asking?
You showed no mercy last time.
I like it.
You're messing with the wrong person.
Now we talking.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the circuit, Pratibha Arya.
If I have to choose the strongest contender on the table, it would be Jagdeep. For me, because he's the best player in India, and also Jagdeep and I have played enough cash to have a sort of a dynamic. So I don't want to get into like traps with him. It's a very tough lineup, so it'll be unwise to have a fixed strategy on such a stacked table full of all the great PLO players. So my only saving grace is that I've played with most of them at the cash table, so have sort of a reliable data sample size against each one of them. But given how I fared in my last event, in the bounty event, in this event I think I'll have to go a bit aggressive with all gloves out.
Nice pickup there by Pratibha to kick off the proceedings. What a surprise. As soon as we get to PLO, she's super comfortable.
A gunman walks into a bank to rob the bank, robs the bank, and then walks up to a guy and says, "Did you see me rob the bank?" And the guy says, "Yes." Shoots him, dies. Goes to the other guy. "Did you see me rob the bank?" The other guy says, "No, but my wife did."
Goendy, surprise, surprise. He's all jokes, sitting comfy at the top of the table.
That was a funny one.
Jagdeep doesn't want to slow down after that minor hit he took. Ace Queen 6-5, suited to the ace.
If you guys hate us so much, why do you marry us?
Marry us? What do you mean? We're not marrying. It's not a polyamorous relationship.
No,
Us.
Like,
You mean like a woman?
Why do men marry?
marry.
Yeah. I mean, men not marry other men as well.
Beats me, man. I'm not married.
Jasven Segal. Married to the cards, maybe. And Jagdeep's opened the action again. Gaurav Sood has come along with a double-suited holding.
Where do LGBTQ people watch content?
And Vinod gets a great price to see the flop there.
Well, he decides not to take the price and converts his hand into a 3-bet. Ace King Jack 10 suited to the king, so you can't really make the nut flush. Still though, 4 high cards, 4 Broadway cards. Can't be too wrong. If Vinod is doing it, certainly can't be too wrong. Jagdeep doesn't back down. He's in position. Decides Ace Queen 6-5, good enough to speculate.
Searching. Let me also search.
Gaurav with the double suited hand, now getting a discount in a way, but he's in the small blind. Very tough to navigate, especially in PLO. This is Gaurav Sood, though, feels comfortable, comes along.
Well, 2,000 just to see the flop, why not?
Jack 3 deuce 2 spades. This is spicy as PLO flops can be sometimes. Nut flush draw for Jagdeep and a gut shot to the straight. Top pair, top kicker and the second nut flush draw for Vinod. Not a bad flop at all once you've 3-bet that hand. He's going to lead out, and Gaurav, mind you, has top pair as well. Does have some backdoor club draws to accompany it. We know Jagdeep is not going anywhere. The only question, call or bump up the stakes. I don't see him raising though, considering the action. Vinod could certainly have a set of jacks, would play the same way. Jagdeep would not want to commit. He does make the call. And Gaurav, too smart to get involved. Let's top pair go. Take note, folks. Coming from Hold'em, you need to make those folds and make them look easy. And now it comes to 6. The obvious straight draw comes in.
Check.
Jagdeep clips a pair. Oh my goodness, Addy, look at those equities.
Too close to call right now.
It's a flip on the turn.
Looking at his chips, Jagdeep, what's it gonna be, sir?
I got all the dumb ones.
Yeah, Vinod checked out of caution. He does still have the second nut flush draw, so he does have a redraw. Perhaps did not want to get blown off his hand if he bet. Did not think he'd be getting value from too many hands that are weaker. And now he decides to check fold a hand that was actually even money. Great result for the PLO beast, Mr. Jagdeep Singh.
And that's a stark reminder to the rest of the table that everyone here has come to play at the very highest level in the 4-card game. But let's shout out Jagdeep Singh, who we've been looking forward to seeing play his favorite game, the high-stakes crusher, known for dominating tables in the country and across the world, showing us exactly why he has that reputation.
Jagdeep, I mean, he's one of the biggest PLO crushers.
He's a legend of PLO in India for sure, and a lot to learn from him as well.
I think when you play PLO, especially deep stack cash games, you're put in a lot of spots where you have to make very crucial decisions. I think Jagdeep has been doing it for all these years, right? I mean, he's played the biggest games in India for about 10 years now.
The PLO event is a format which I've played a lot in my life, and I'm very comfortable with it. And the players that I've played with are also the players that I've played a lot with. So my strategy is going to be very simple. I try to find the situation or the spots where they are out of their comfort zone. I try to find the situations where they're making mistakes, and I try to exploit it.
And let's not forget Vinod Megalmani, or as we like to call him, the Megalodon. An ancient shark capable of eating everyone in sight. If he smells blood in the water, he'll be there.
So yeah, I'm still like in the same spot that I was in the last season. I think this time I did a lot better. So still I think there'll be a lot of luck involved. But you know, I'm hoping to leverage my PLO ability to make it count and go all the way this time.
But don't count out Pratibha Arya. She's spent hours online and offline at the very highest stakes of this amazing game. She knows it in and out.
There's no fun for me today. It's all business. Today's game is very tough. As I said, the table is pretty tough.
It's going to be an absolute feeding frenzy in this one.
Do you realize there are 5 Punjabis here, bro?
Actual dancer was Pawan
6.
only there.
Yeah.
He's dancing in his dreams.
Dance dead. Dude, there are 6 Punjabis here on this table. Do you realize this? Punjabi / Sardars. Yeah. Jagdeep, you're Sardar, no? You're also Sardar. I'm also Sardar. Oh wow, bro. This has never happened in Indian poker history.
I'm playing with 38 players.
38 players.
Wow.
Now there's no mercy. They're coming after you.
No mercy.
Rocky Paji is not Sardar. Okay, whatever you want. That's crazy, dude. Vinod. Change your name.
Vinod is Sardar.
Huh?
Kannadiga.
He has more hair also. How do we change his name? What name do we give him? Vinpreet.
He's got one already, no? Vinod.
Vinod. No, but Sardar name, bro. If you give him like a...
Then Balwinder.
No. We'll give him with a Vinod, no? Like something with Vin.
Or my Parminder.
Vinpreet is what I said too. Vinpreet. Vinpreet Singh Saini.
Goendy and Vinod, extremely good friends, by the way. In fact, I believe just last year they traveled to the World Series of Poker together. I think Goendy loves to bully his little poker brother, Vinod Megalmani.
You should spell your name as J-S-N-G-U-V.
Yeah, but if it was in Spanish, that J would be H now. Here, silent.
Oh.
So it would be like Jasven.
What will it be?
Jasven.
Aswin. Aswen. Aswe. The A is also A, but in Spanish.
Ace is for Vinod. Not the best aces once again. Ace, ace, queen, 8, no suit. Still though, aces are aces. Any ace is still the best hand pre-flop in PLO, but PLO is a very post-flop game. You need to choose hands that you can navigate easily. Meanwhile, Pratibha has a golden PLO hand. Just look at how beautiful that is. A Queen Jack 10-9 double-suited rundown.
A genuine PLO premium and a 3-bet to 7,500 from Pratibha.
Goendy surely will get out of the way. And now the question will be for Vinod. Does he want to commit with a 4-bet? I suspect he does, because after all, anytime you can commit pre-flop with aces, as I just said, you're going to be the favorite. I suspect though, against a hand as strong as Pratibha's, aces barely eke out any equity advantage. And there you see it with Aashish out of the mix. It's only 55-45. Does Vinod want to commit, or does he want to play it safe and just flat call pre-flop?
Out of position with a rainbow hand and just a single pair. Kind of scary.
Oh, he does choose the commit option, has 4-bet to 25,000, and Pratibha's hand is simply too strong to let go. And we can see the equities, nor should she, needs to call 17,500, double of that in the pot.
It's not a significant amount of her stack. Small risk to take.
Oh, look at her face. She's not happy. She knows she will be putting in 17,500 and hoping to connect.
And mind you, the threshold for connecting in PLO is going to be very easy. Any pair, and you can imagine she'll get it in.
Yeah, it would actually be absolutely correct. And here we see the King 10-7. It's much more than a pair.
Okay, that's good enough. That's Jeech. That's Jeej.
Yep, Azhar is calling it. He knows Vinod is going to commit on this board, and probably any board, and Pratibha will be calling it off with all the draws and the pair.
And we're off to the races. Almost 50-50.
Oh my goodness, 51-49, a coin flip for Vinod's tournament life.
Welcome to PLO.
Pratibha on her feet. It's actually Vinod at risk.
55.
What? 55 should be massive here.
Oh, I have a out.
She wants it though.
He has one ace out and
At the 8 also.
queen also.
Vinod seems pretty comfortable at the moment. He's been there many, many times.
Come on, give it to me, please. I need it.
You still have chips.
No, I need to come first now.
Pair outs hai, but like king and 7 is out.
And it's the deuce of hearts on the turn. Flush draw now for Pratibha as well. Still a coin flip.
Vinod's hands writhing in agony.
And the absolute brick. 5 of clubs, Vinod with the double up.
Dodged so many cards there, Vinod Megalmani.
You win a flip sometimes, you know. Can't lose.
Turn I was flipping or 2-3% ahead, right?
Ahead. Oh, turn ahead for sure.
16,000.
Nisa one.
मैं कभी lucky run नहीं करती यार.
About as much of a flip as you can get in PLO. It was a flip pre-flop, post-flop, post-turn, down to the final card. And Vinod manages to hold on. Now the chip leader on the table. Jagdeep will instructively fold the 9-6-5-5. Doesn't get tempted from the hijack. Absolute drags for Aashish Ahuja. 10-7-6 deuce. No suit. It's not what you want to see. With the exception of hands such as 3 deuces. These are about the worst holdings you can have in PLO.
Come on, first walk of the fucking night, man. Come on, bro. I've not even seen my hand. I know I'm ahead. Wow, man, this guy is unstoppable, bro.
4.5. What's 4.5?
4 on small blind.
What happened to the 3.5x rule?
That
I'm joking. It's okay.
He's comfortable. He's in position. And he'll probably presume Vinod is going to be taking advantage of that big stack, so he's going to come along. We're going to see a flop.
9-9-6-4. Jasven gets sticky. And you know, Adi, you mentioned how Jasven maybe doesn't consider PLO's primary game, but he's the old school guy, you know. He's a hustler. He'll go where the action is. In fact, I visited him once in Bombay, and he mentioned that some home games were playing PLO 6, PLO 7, PLO 8.
Check.
You lost me at 7, brother.
Oh, trust me, I'm with you on that. Meanwhile, the flop is juicy. More so because Jasven has 2 9s, the perfect blockers on the Jack 10-8 board. He blocks all kinds of straights, having 2 9s. His opponent shouldn't have any, considering he has half of them. And Vinod indeed doesn't have a 9, but has a great hand, bottom 2 pair, and the 2 overs that form the open-ender to the nut straights. And now the 3 of clubs rolls off.
Check.
There's 2 flush draws on the board. Vinod has the backdoor club flush draw. Time for Jasven to decide if the story will continue. He's reaching for chips. Uh-oh.
You only say uh-oh because you can see the 95% in front of Vinod's name on the table. It feels very different if you're in Vinod's shoes.
That is true, but he just has such a connected hand that he cannot go anywhere for now. He is holding his cards though. Wow, is he about to make a very disciplined laydown? Notice he can draw to the nut straight, 3rd nut flush draw with the clubs. And does have 2 pairs as well that can make a full house.
And meanwhile, Jasven's sitting there with 1 out.
And he does come along. Well, that's a tell, isn't it, Addy? The way he grabbed his cards and almost folded.
Yeah, and Jasven smiling and knowing that his opponent is perhaps not as comfortable.
That is very interesting. Will that induce some action? Mind you, if Jasven had Queen 9 or 7-9, which is what he's been representing with his blockers, he might still want to go for value on the river.
Check.
But he just checks, the story's over.
Have a pair. Which? In hand. You're good then.
And Vinod takes it down with a 10.
King 10.
Oh, that is sad. When the cards go up and you realize that final barrel might just have done the job.
Too bad for Jasven there. If he had found that third barrel, it would have worked. Poker is not for the weak.
And Jasven actually losing to the next best hand. Pocket 9's losing to a pair of 10s. That's called getting pipped.
2.5.
And when it happens in PLO, it's extra brutal. So the rich getting richer. Vinod, very clear chip leader on the table. Now Jasven, the extreme short stack. But he's been there, done that. He knows how to wield a short stack, grind it out. Everybody's still dreading those negative points. 7th and 6th place, not where you want to be. Queens being folded. Good discipline from the chip leader.
It's a unique thing about the circuit. You got the ICM pressure right from hand number 1. You don't usually get that in tournament formats until the bubble bursts.
That is a great point. ICM awareness is so crucial. ICM, in case anybody isn't familiar, just means you have to respect the laddering of points. Preserving your stack, often more important than growing it. Ace King 10 for a limp from the small blind from Jagdeep, and Aashish understandably raising the premium holding. Ace King Jack 10, single suited to the Jack. Is Jagdeep in the call any 3-bet mode, I wonder? When you limp in PLO, usually, you are willing to call a 3-bet. No one more comfortable than Jagdeep navigating the PLO streets. So he does come along. Lines are 1,000, 1,500, by the way. These spots are ballooning up quickly.
You made it what? 45.
And it comes as wet as it gets. Jack 9-8, 2 clubs.
Check from Jagdeep. Rocky checks as well. Neither of them with the clubs. That might have been what slows it down. And now the Jack on the turn sends Aashish Ahuja 3/4 of the way of equity to the win. And Jagdeep has picked up the nut flush draw.
As those queens for backup as well would make the nut straight, but that would be a chop, of course.
And in PLO, when there's bigger draws out there, you don't want to be aiming for lower hand rankings.
Well, that's Jagdeep firing, and that is a bluff, a semi-bluff with the outs that you just mentioned.
10 रुपए की पेप्सी, Rocky bhai sexy.
Is that the new slogan? I have been hearing it around the circuit, and now it comes to 9 of clubs.
जगदीप को ब्लफ करना पड़ेगा शायद.
The front door flush has completed. There's also 2 pairs on the board, jacks and 9s. Don't forget, in PLO, you need 2 cards from your hand to play. So, Aashish Ahuja just has trip jacks, not a full house.
SPR is 1 pretty much as well. So Jagdeep, it's an awkward size if he wants to bluff at it.
He has the king of clubs, a bit of a blocker to a flush. He throws in a time bang, wants to think about it. Would not blame him for giving up here.
Ace Jack was a tough decision. Huh?
Yeah, very tough. Might just get out on you.
And not just his tournament life, I suspect having come last place in the first event, extra pressure considering this could be for his circuit life. If he's wrong here, he would be at minus 40 along with Navi, almost out of the circuit. This is a gamble in a unique way. Does he think Jagdeep is bluffing often enough for him to call this off profitably? If you know Jagdeep at all, you know Jagdeep will take any spot to put you in the blender, and Aashish is certainly deep, deep, deep in the blender. And he waves his hand. That's a fold, Addy.
No, what a bluff, man. What a sick guy. Top bluff. Top. Thank God I wasn't on this table.
This is what Pawan was saying yesterday. This is what he was saying yesterday. That you all don't know how good he is.
Just continue. Yeah, that was amazing.
You could just sense the admiration in Lakshya's eyes. And why not? If you're a poker player, this is like watching Da Vinci paint. And credit to Aashish as well. You can't always make the right decision in poker, but he did do his best in terms of thinking through that spot. Don't blame him for finding the fold button at all.
He actually put the max pressure on me, and I folded the best hand against him. Blind versus blind, he had limped, and I had ace, king, jack 10 single suited. I opened that hand, and Jagdeep called. Flop came 8, 9, jack, 2 clubs, and 1 diamond. Flop goes check, check. Turn is the jack of diamond, so double paid board and double flush draw. Flop had 2 clubs, turn had 1 diamond, and turn 1 diamond came. So it's like double flush draw, paid board. Now Jagdeep bets in this spot, and it was pretty shallow SPR, I opened with 20 bigs, so I think that, like I said, PLO is not my forte, and this is where I went wrong. I should have probably jammed in this spot, because my hand needs protection right now, because I have top kicker with trips in this spot, and I have opened so many cards fill up as a straight for me, other cards give me follows, so if he wants to call me with a flush on this spot, he's more than welcome to call. So, and I blocked a lot of flushes in the spot because I have a jack in the spot. So I should have gotten all in on the turn when he bet. He let out the turn. I should have just gone all in. But where else I decided just to call on that shallow SPR. And the river came 9 of clubs. So I was not afraid of 9 because I'm already beating the 9. In PLO you have to use 2 cards to make a full out. So just 1 card doesn't fill up. Even I have trip jacks, I beat trip 9s. So I wasn't afraid of 9, but it was the front door flush completing. So that is a card I was holding no clubs in my hand, and I was blocking 1 diamond. So which I block diamonds, but I unblock clubs, which makes easier for him to have clubs. So, and he went all in on river against me, and I was like, damn, he has put me in a tough spot. He proved the point that he is actually one of the best PLO players right now in India.
I didn't think of myself as a favorite, but I did think that I will get some opportunities to express myself and play my game and put people under pressure. And I think I did do that. And there was a certain point in the game where I was also slight short, and I think I did well maneuvering through that.
Really cool as always to hear the thought process behind these very difficult decisions from both players. With that, Aashish Ahuja squarely in the danger zone. Absolutely crippled after that hand. And speaking of crippled, you see all of Jasven's chips in front of him, and it's a measly stack of 6,500. Is this the moment? He only has a couple of hands to get it in there. King, Queen, 3 deuce though doesn't cut it. And good timing as well, because Pratibha has Ace, King, King 10, suited ace.
What?
I don't know anything in this game, dude. I would have thought for 10 minutes and I would have
at least played this hand for sure.
Yeah, like, is that not good?
Wait, exactly. Look at us, three of us
Yeah,
same.
but look at the stats also behind, you know, some initial stats.
Oh, that is too funny, Addy. The three players who claim to be the worst at PLO astounded at Goendy's disciplined fold on the button with King Jack 9-4. Well, ace 6-4 deuces come along, spades would be dangerous. And it comes two diamonds instead, nut flush draw for Aashish. And a pair, mind you. Look at the equities once again, it's a flip, 53-47. Aashish actually the favorite, despite a lot of his outs being folded.
But why not open big pre? Open bigger pre?
Oh.
By Pratibha?
Yeah, I would have just pot pre and
Yeah, pot pre. Why 2.5x?
I don't know.
Oh, and this is music to Jasven's ears, mind you. These are the two other short stacks that still have twice of his chips going at it, and Aashish says all in.
Nut flush draw है. Oops.
With a pair. Pair nut flush draw. तेरे पास pair नहीं है कोई? Kings हैं, ठीक है, इतना भी oops ही नहीं है भाई.
Pratibha ahead for now. Has a gut shot in the form of the King 10 as well, but what she really needs is no diamonds and none of Aashish's cards to appear on the board.
Nut flush draw यार, एक diamond. A diamond is a girl's best friend. ऐसा कुछ होता है.
ऐसा कुछ सुना है.
आज देखते हैं ये सच है कि नहीं.
Good luck, girls.
Okay, I'll click this one. Okay, 1 second.
अब 1 second.
7 of spades changes nothing. So it comes down to this. Diamond, 4, 6, ace. And it is the 4.
Why do I run like this? Why? I need answers.
Diamonds तो नहीं आए at least.
Pratibha down to just a blind and a half.
Those rivers have not been kind to her.
Yeah, I should be saying that you're okay. PokerBaazi, you hold the cards this time.
And now this is interesting. Aces for Jasven. What a spot. With just two bigs. Nice timing. Gets it in there. Doesn't care about laddering up with the short stack of Pratibha behind. He has aces. Wants to double up and more.
Now it's same for me anyway.
Easy life for Jasven. Doesn't even need his shades at the moment.
And Gaurav Sood is committed blind essentially.
See this math. 1.1 BB po.
बोल रहे कि call कर भाई. Call. I was just checking.
Not a bad hand. 10-9-7-5. Double suited.
Rainbow, no but. Oh.
Double suited नहीं होते तो नहीं आती.
Jasven.
Yes, sir.
क्या sweat आया?
How can I help you?
Sir, how can we help you?
Sir, only he can help me now.
Mr. Runner-up could be the first one out on this table and get the dreaded negative points.
Pratibha will be happy about the situation, saving her one big blind pre.
Yeah, you have to do the fake backpack.
Fake backpack.
But that happens only when I think.
Yeah, when he sucks out.
Yeah.
We don't hate you.
When he's yeah.
If he hits, then you have to do a fake backpack.
Actually, this is very close. Also,
Can I anti-rail you?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Auntie rail.
Pratibha open about rooting against Jasven. Queen Jack 3 is not what you want to see. Gaurav now the favorite with his draws. Two clubs give him the flush draw and the open ender.
Vinod also survived. Draws or not opening.
He's a pun.
Oh no, Jagdeep proven wrong instantly. The draw comes in. We lose Jasven in 7th place here at PLO Table 2. GG's all around, but he will be getting those negative points and find his way a few spots down the leaderboard.
Match be straight way.
All right, first elimination in the PLO, Jasven Sehgal. Took a little minus 20 right now.
Yeah,
is that hurting?
It is definitely hurting, more so because I didn't think I played to my best ability. I thought I was under par, and I made some silly mistakes, I think. I chose all the wrong spots. It was just one of those days, where nothing was going right for me. I didn't even play too well, I thought, so I'll take it. It's okay, it's part of the game. Can't do your A game all the time. It happens. We're all human, and I'm okay with it. I've got the shootout tomorrow. Pretty confident about that format. Also holding my stronger game. I'll come back.
So now, personal question: who are we anti-railing?
Right now, honestly, I never do the math because I'm always comfortable. But now I will have to do the math and see.
Mr. OG is the first man out. Jasven takes away minus 20 points. Pratibha, look at that. With one blind, manages to ladder up. But of course, she is going to be on the chopping block with just a blind or so. Let's see if she can somehow survive. Wakes up with Queen 9-9. Very pleasant.
That's as great as it's going to get when you've got one big blind.
That's my pissed off. I'm offended.
Ace King 10-6.
Don't engage with people there.
Does Jagdeep think this is a good enough hand to try and isolate? There's no bounty, mind you. He would have to think his hand has enough raw equity against the kind of hands Pratibha is shoving. And if Jagdeep is coming in, that means this hand indeed does have enough raw equity. We can all learn from that. Jack 7-4 deuce or PLO rags. I suspect Gaurav will want to come along. Oh, but he has 8-6 deuce deuce.
And they're double suited.
Yeah, he just needs to call a blind and change. 20,000 in the middle.
A little bit of collusion to get someone else to eat those minus 10. Why not? Why not?
Soft collusion.
Soft collusion.
And don't forget, not only the person getting minus 10, but you effectively ladder up. There we go. Soft collusion mode activated. Unsaid. Pratibha knows she needs to somehow dodge two other players. The poker gods are being prayed to. Let's see the flop. 10, 8, 3, 2 clubs. Pratibha still well in the lead. Only an 8 for Gaurav and a pair of 10s for Jagdeep. Queens well ahead, but a lot to dodge. I suspect though, if Pratibha saw this equity chart, she'd take it. 53% to triple up.
The turn does bring a flush draw. Gaurav has a little bit of that action. Pratibha still ahead, but not out of the woods yet. Plenty of scary rivers.
Needs to dodge an ace, a king, a deuce, a heart.
A 10.
An 8. Oh, and there is a heart and an 8. And that does mean Pratibha is likely leaving us here. All they need to do is check. And Pratibha will get the bad news. And indeed, Gaurav does check, as does Jagdeep.
Flush. River maar di tune. The fuck, man. TBT. What a board, but.
There is the bad news. Pratibha Arya knocked out. 6th place. Almost found the triple. Not to be. On to the next one.
I cannot catch a break, guys.
Right, Pratibha Arya out in 6th place in the PLO. It started so well for you. You seemed like you were dominating that table.
I actually won all the pots through and through. I was chip leading, I was smooth sailing, and then this one hand happened against Vinod, which I couldn't help with. It was an unlucky spot, but it was also the inflection point for me because I went from around 80 bigs to straight up 35 bigs. And then back to back got unlucky I actually, honestly, looking back at it, I played so many and I only lost 3 pots, which were crucial. I actually only lost 3 pots, which were crucial to and now here I am, busted 6th.
Tournaments, what can you do?
Yeah, and PLO that too. but it didn't feel like so much like a tournament because I was always like I always had a big stack throughout, and it's just one hand which made all the difference. So I feel pretty sad about it, but not too much.
Understandable. Now, we just opened our account recently. We got 10 points. We took a minus 10 today. We're back down to 0. I know that sucks, but it also means nothing to lose. So are we going to see you go a little crazy after these guys in the next events? You got to fight for it.
I have to now because there's no other way I can make the final cut, so I have to now. It's basically a do or die situation for me if I want to make the final cut. I have to finish in the top 3 or go home. So it's gonna be like out and out approach for me now from here this point onwards.
With that, we're down to 5 players. The blinds are getting bigger, the stacks getting shallower. We see Aashish and Jagdeep on 6 and 7 big blinds respectively. I suspect their stacks will be getting hunted. Vinod Megalmani, under the gun, has a decent stack himself. Almost 100k, good for 25 bigs or so. Ace, King, King 4, certainly a hand you want to open. Double suited.
And I spy with my little eye someone with a big stack with a big hand. Abhishek Goindi has picked up Ace, Queen, Queen 7 double suited. One of those queens hits the muck as Jagdeep gets out the way.
Against a loose open, he might actually have considered a 3-bet there, but respecting the under-the-gun opening range of Vinod, not to mention Vinod's stack, 2 big stacks ready to tangle. It's what you want to see if you're one of the shorter stacks like Aashish and Jagdeep. Second nut flush draw for Vinod and 2 overs, but an obvious straight is on display. The 9-8, of course, would make a straight.
Check.
So Vinod approaches cautiously. And Abhishek checks behind with his pocket queens. Now the 4 of diamonds, other straight draws becoming possible. The 8-5 gets there, 5-3 as well.
Check.
Presumably favouring Abhishek Goindi a bit more this run out, but given his actual holding, not so much. That's not going to stop him. He understands what ranges are.
And position, 2 checks from the pre-flop aggressor. Open season now for Abhishek Goindi to try and take it down. Bet 17,000 is the kind of bet you might make if you have a lot of board coverage and a redraw. 2 flush draws possible. Vinod has essentially been hiding the strength of his hand. He has the second nut flush draw. No surprise, he decides to check call. Would love to hit a spade. No spade, but a 4 for Vinod. Trips with the best kicker. However, how much is that worth on a board with so many straights possible? And Goindi now with queens and 4s. I was expecting a check, considering that's a lot of showdown value.
Yeah, absolutely. Could very easily get bluffed off it if he puts in a bet here, unless he goes for a big bluff.
Yeah, he'd have to be convinced that the fact that Vinod called on the turn means that the queens are no good.
All in.
Oh, he's reaching for chips, and he says all in. Wow. What a move. He was exactly 1 pip, as we just discussed, 1 hand behind, queens losing to kings. And he's decided to try and blow Vinod off to kings. Little does he know the kings have converted into trip 4's best kicker, but this is PLO.
Yeah, we've been here before. When that river is too good to be true, you start getting really suspicious about what your opponent has. Both the flush draws also bricked out.
The question is, what is Goindi representing? Don't forget, it went check, check on the flop. And then Goindi took a stab on the turn and now jams the river. This looks mighty strong or mighty bluffy. And incredibly, it's somewhere in between. That's the problem with these guys. They just blend their ranges.
Well, I like it from Goendy's perspective. He unblocks the diamonds and the spades, so when he fires out the turn there, it is representing pure value that's trying to deny equity.
Vinod in a 6 spot. We mentioned this with respect to Aashish. This is also almost for Vinod's circuit life. If he's wrong here, he'd be in a hole that would be tremendously hard to dig out of. Does he want to take this spot and call it off?
And he does it. Finds the call there, Vinod Megalmani digs deep. And that is bad news for Abhishek Goendy's stack. Down to 21k, Vinod Megalmani puts on the cape and scoops in 102,000 chips.
So much leveling there. The two big stacks were battling and Vinod gets the best of it.
Yeah, obviously, after he has a 4, yeah.
Flop was check, right?
Huh?
Flop
Yeah,
was check. Kaise 5-8 to 3-5. That's all. 5-8 or 3-5 is all he's wrapping, right?
2.4.
3-5 is so hard for him to have.
Yeah.
8-5, I thought he'd bet on the flop.
The discussion's getting deep on what that hand could have been.
I was trying to get exactly his hand to fold, bro.
You'd probably value jam any 4 as well.
Yeah, but I was also trying to get exactly his hand.
But 4 वैसे भी कम है, like you'd have like ace with it or like king with it only, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I think 6-7
I still like my
diamonds,
bluff.
all diamonds.
Huh?
Good calling hand.
Because I have a feeling, no?
You know he has like kings or
Kings,
something,
yeah.
you know?
I was like, I have showdown, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, but I'm losing to his showdown. When he check calls the flop, I'm like, he has nut flush draws a lot. When he check calls turn.
I saw a spot. In this particular hand, I went for it because I was like, this is for his circuit life. I'm thinking to myself, it's for his circuit life. I can pull the trigger here. If I lose, I still have enough points. I'm going to make it to the finale more often than not. But if he loses, he might not come back to the circuit. So I went for the bluff. And I even thought, I was like, you know what? Worst case, it goes to Vinod. And Vinod and I are very good friends. And Vinod could make good use of those chips and probably reach the finale. So I thought it was like all in all a win-win situation for me. And I went out there to just pull that trigger. And boom, he throws in the time banks, makes the call. Great call by Vinod. Considering all these other factors that were playing around.
I knew he's been trying to pull a bluff on me ever since the Poker Masters, which we played together. So, you know, he's still trying. He's still not found his spot. And yeah, luckily it worked out for me.
Tons of history and dynamics between these close friends. You could see Goendy making the most of the fact that he has all the points in the world at the moment, sitting pretty atop the leaderboard, trying to push Vinod around, but instead it's Vinod who ends up with half the chips in play. And now Goendy, slightly short stacked, King Jack, Queen 5. Single suited, he lets it go. There's shorter stacks to worry about. Wants to find some ladders first, lock in his seat at the finale. There is one of those short stacks. Aashish Ahuja, Queen 9, 8, 5. Rainbow.
He's going to take a stab now.
He's committed. And Gaurav wakes up with aces. We are going to see these hands go all in. Very, very weak holding for Aashish to try and steal from the small blind with, but gets unlucky that Gaurav wakes up with aces.
Mind you, weak in PLO is still 36%, so not the worst.
1 in 3, not too shabby.
Aashish there clearly was just trying to take that spot. Gaurav picked up the goods, or woke up with a hand, as they say. And Aashish, good start for him, picks up a pair, has got a gut shot. 11 outs. Queen of Hearts, top 2 for Aashish Ahuja. Still feeling good. Now it's flipped to 79% in his favor. Just needs to fade those 6 outs that you see at the top of the screen. And fade he does. Double up for Rocky.
Well, we just mentioned how certain decisions were for Rocky's circuit life. His circuit life for now preserved thanks to that run out. Finds the double.
I was shortest, and everyone had like more than me. Was down to 30k, and I was like, okay, I think it's not going to happen for us anymore. But then, you should never give up. And that thought came back again. It's humanly to think when your stack starts dwindling, it's obvious for you to get some negative thoughts. I had to for next an hour and a half, I couldn't pick up more chips, but I had to stick to that what stack I had. So because I knew I cannot afford to lose more chips, because once you go all in this spot, either you have to win it or you're out.
As humble as Aashish always is about his PLO prowess or lack thereof, he did once mention to me how when he was coming up the ranks, before he became a tournament player, he played plenty of PLO. But the humility when he's sitting on a table with those PLO beasts we've mentioned is that he actually considers himself by far one of the weakest players on this table. And yet here he is, surviving, jabbing, just about maneuvering his way out of these tricky spots. Now wakes up with aces on the cutoff.
Well, it is a hallmark of any good player to be absolutely self-aware. And there's an old saying that says there's no point being the 7th best player in the world if you're sitting on the table with the top 6.
How appropriate for the circuit. Vinod has plenty of chips and just about the right holding that might want to give some action. Queen Jack 10-7, single suited. Aashish has 43,000 behind though, and it's one of those spots that Pratibha put herself in, understandably at the time. If Vinod calls and clips even a piece of the board, he'll be committed.
And let's not forget, Goendy is extremely short, of course. There you go. After having put the blinds in already, just 3,000 left in his stack. Not even a small blind left to stick in, so that's auto all in.
कहाँ से इक्के आ रहे हैं भाई? पहले आए नहीं, जब deep खेल रहे थे तब इक्के आए नहीं.
I miscalculated something very badly in my hand. Yeah, your stack and
Well, Goendy has 39%. How is that even possible? King 5-4 deuce, ace ace queen 5. That is the magic of PLO. Pretty decent equity to try and survive. That being said, Goendy has now made it into the positive points. So I don't think he'll be too worried even if he gets knocked out. As we head to a flop.
I want Vinod to...
4 right in the window. That's a good sign. And 2 diamonds follow. Look at the equities now. He's actually a favorite.
Massive favorite. But I have 4 diamonds in my hand.
Doesn't matter. And now it doesn't matter. Oh, 9. Wow.
Oh, the 9. One of the best possible cards for Rocky.
Seriously. But 4. Choka. River pe choka.
In the gap.
Gap वाला नहीं है भाई, ये edge वाला है.
Clips it and finds the double up.
Yeah, lemon cut. Oh, wow. Wow,
Rocky,
wow,
ये
wow.
चौकी तूने भी लगाई थी.
Karma.
Same spot only.
Same diamonds also.
Diamonds only there. But I had 2 diamonds. He had 4 diamonds in the hand, and I'm blocking a diamond also.
Obviously now it's...
But it's kind of like the same thing.
Oh wow. See, I told you, whenever Jagdeep's around, I always win.
I went all in on the flop with the nut flush draw. This was pre all in and then board that ran out.
ये serious हो गया Rocky.
बात serious होने वाली है.
Goendy there, not allowing Rocky to take the wind out of his sails there, as Rocky stays accurate to the action and Goendy stays true to his heart.
Mr. Team Pro, not out of the tournament yet. Will be trying to use the fact that he's already likely qualified into the finale to just keep putting pressure, keep making life miserable for those of whom absolutely need the points. It's one of those things about poker, like any other sports, you can have all the points in the world, but you'll always give it your best in every tournament. We saw that with Jasven as well in Season 1. Just try to ship every event and for the most part succeeded.
A winning mentality, after all. So what makes all these guys great poker players is that they're in it to win it. Nothing short of that will do. Speaking of which, Aashish commits.
Ace 10, 8-8, and why not? He's under the gun, which means he would have had to pony up too many blinds without looking at his cards in the very next hand. Decides to take the spot. Ace King 5 deuce for Gaurav. He's in the cutoff. He's the other short stack. And he seems like he wants to take this spot. If he folds here and Aashish doesn't bust, Gaurav will be a huge short stack and will be at risk of needing to ante up.
I started with 90.
90.
बहुत आगे निकल गया है बेटा.
I have to ask Vinod now. How much you have, Vinod?
Looks like Gaurav thinks an ace and a king is good enough, not to mention the two suits. It's not the prettiest of holdings thanks to the 5 deuce. But he's going with it.
Vinod, it's on you, brother.
These two stacks are 500 chips apart.
Goindi was trying to talk Vinod into getting in there so he could maybe get a double ladder. But it didn't work, of course.
Nice catch, Addy. I think that's exactly what was happening. There'll be no convincing Jagdeep. So here we go. Oh, and once again, it's 50-50 equity. So it comes down to this, a pure flip for survival for both these players in this very hand.
I had ace 9, 4, 7.
Gaurav Sood yet to have, I believe, even a top 3 finish in the circuit thus far. You know he wants this really badly. Will the poker gods oblige? The same applies to Aashish as well. 8 in the window, which is great news for Aashish, but of course this is PLO, so we have action behind. Queen of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, the straight draw and the nut flush draw for Gaurav. Absolutely bricks the turn though, 3 of hearts. And the queen of clubs means a full house for Aashish, Rocky Ahuja, and we lose Gaurav Sood in 5th place. GG, sir.
I really like Rocky's chances because he just won like 3 back-to-back all-ins versus me. No, I'm joking. Obviously, he's a great player. He's like a elder brother to me as well. I really like the fact that he's all guns blazing at this point of time, and he's gonna go big or go home kind of attitude that he has right now. He's playing really great, probably a little too freely than I would have in his place. Not to say it's anything like I don't like or like I think it's a very stylistic approach people take to poker anyway, and there's no real right or wrong as such, and hopefully it works for him. He's like in the negative points, I think, and hopefully it just works well for him. He definitely has the skill to back it.
And with that, we're down to 4, but observe how everyone is super short. Under 10 big blinds for 3 of the players. Anyone's game.
Oh, tera 140.
Enough to create dents in all you guys.
Yeah.
Enough to create a dent.
Vinod mein dent chahiye. We 3 have to combine forces against Vinod.
Dragon Ball Z.
Goindi announcing that his tiny stack can still make a huge dent. That is indeed the case. 40,000, 4 bigs on the button. King 9, 4, 3, double suit in hand. Finds its way into the middle.
You gotta love how he's talking about how he can do things light because he's in a safe place, and then he just rips it anyway. That's Abhishek Goindi for you. Knows what's going on at all times.
Now this is a spot that would have me confused. Ace 7, 6, 5. Are you supposed to call it off? 30,000 to call, 65 in the middle. Aashish decides yes.
Well, here's the thing, Vidar, you mentioned earlier, everyone's pretty short. We know, we used to call sub 15 blinds the danger zone, but when the chip leader only had 13 bigs, I don't know what that does. What is the danger zone? You're all in danger. Enjoy.
Rocky doesn't like clubbing.
Rocky likes clubbing with me, bro. Rocky likes.
बहुत आगे bro, क्या करना तो ठीक है तो माने से मैं भी जा रहा क्यों तो क्लबिंग में
ओ वैसे ऐसा कर
भाई को आंधी फिनाले में मेरे ऑप्शन तो मिले
ठीक है मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा
Rocky saying the quiet part out loud. Abhishek Goindi has had his time in the sun in the first event. Now it comes 7-7-3, a 7 for Aashish. Easy sailing thus far, just 6% equity for Goindi.
Not anymore.
Satnam Guru. A backpack.
Always a sweat. The backpack equity engaged. And the ace means Aashish Ahuja picks up yet another pink slip in the form of Abhishek Goindi, goes out in 4th place. Aashish up to almost 150k.
I think he played really well. He was all in for his tournament life, for his circuit life, I would say, because he got minus points the first day, and he won, and he held, and he fought. And although he was at the bottom of the table, I don't think he was ever scared. Like, he was ready to get it in, and he was playing like poker, like it didn't matter. And I remember when we got all in with the hand where I busted, and we were on the river. I mean, on the turn, the club came out, and I was like, I said something. I was like, "Hey, man, I really want to win this." And he looks to me and he goes like, "But you have enough points." You know, so I was like, all right, I don't mind losing this just for you. Anybody else, maybe not, but Rocky by sexy.
Goindi, good grind out there, good hustle. That short stack play was pretty impressive there. How are you feeling about your 4th place finish?
Happy because I got some points and added to my spot, but I would have loved to get more points on the board and just seal that chip lead.
Well, it's still comfy. We're pretty sure we're getting through to the final. That field, though, mad crazy, mad tough. I know Jagdeep's like this mythical creature around the PLO streets. What was it like playing with them?
So I enjoyed thoroughly, and I'm waiting to have another competition with these guys now.
Down to 3 here at the PLO table number 2. Abhishek Goindi walking away with 15 points, making mention of the fact that now he's eyeing those extra blinds you get by absolutely coming on top of the leaderboard heading into the finale. Those 15 points certainly help his cause.
And look at the little tower that Aashish Ahuja has built in front of himself after being down to just a blind or so. Is now looking in good shape and opening the action with a good hand.
He's tied for the chip lead with Vinod, who lets it go. And Jagdeep finds an absolute premium. Ace, King, Queen, 10, single suited to the ace. And the Ace Jack 10-10 does call. Aashish and Jagdeep sharing a lot of cards, but it's Aashish who has a pair already. So if it comes under cards, he will certainly be the favorite. Jagdeep eyeing intently. The PLO N boss has made his way to at least 3rd place.
And has, of course, got it all in without the pair, but still the equity favorite, obviously. He knew.
Jagdeep is hunting for points himself. Got unlucky in Hold'em. His queens running up against Ruben's ace-queen. And then his ace-7 having a sick bad beat against Jasven. Now looking to hit this flop, but it does indeed come undercards. However, there are spades, never easy. It's still even equity, 9-6-4, 2 spades. The turn is a brick though. But the poker gods think otherwise. So we lose the game's best. Jagdeep Singh out in 3rd place. Meanwhile, Vinod and Aashish make it to their first ever circuit heads up.
Literal fight at Pickup now. I'm trying to do what Navi did last year.
We come and take a break.
Yeah.
Right, there was a lot of talk about the mythical creature that is Jagdeep in PLO before this, and boy, you didn't disappoint. 3rd place, fantastic, well played. What stopped you from taking it all?
Well, Lady Fortuna at the end stopped me, but like I'm very happy with the way I played, so that's all it matters.
Who would you say gave you the toughest sort of fight out there?
I think Goindi was playing well, and with Goindi, Pratibha was also playing well. I mean, everyone was like very seasoned players, and they were all, nobody was making any mistakes, big mistakes for me to exploit. But yeah, so that's why it was, at the end it was quite fun.
And it's also this whole new format now. We of course came a little late. Have you sort of now figured out how it's going with the points, the negatives, the positives, and adjusted your strategies according to that?
Yeah, actually that's a great part about this format, because you have to constantly keep on looking who is at what points, and you have to then devise your strategy, who you can bluff, whom you shouldn't bluff because of how many points they are, how much pressure they are under. So that adds a really good element to the game, and that was a very challenging and also intellectually stimulating.
I like to hear it. Yeah, these guys, once they've solved one thing, they need another thing to figure out. It's like a puzzle, constantly the human puzzle. They're always busy. This season has been a story of Aashish and Vinod, two seasoned professionals who could not shine as brightly as they wanted last time round. Right, first out today, Aashish Ahuja, Rocky. Unfortunate there to get the only minus points on the board today. Right, Vinod out in 8th. You're becoming a pretty regular face around these new Baazi properties.
Off to a bad start. Although I was a favorite on the flop, it just didn't pan out.
But this time, they've risen to the occasion. Aashish, who lives and breathes poker, fought through all of these legends and has won everyone's hearts along the way. Vinod, known for his fearless and aggressive gameplay, has shown why he deserves to be at this final table. This moment is about them. It's about proving why they belong here and now. It's about crushing everyone and forging their path to victory.
Actually, me and Aashish, when we woke up today before the PLO started, we went downstairs, we went outside, we got a coffee. Kind of had a heart-to-heart that, we're with our backs against the wall.
Both of us were in the same boat in the red zone, because we both had to make points. Because I started with -20 and Vinod started with -5.
We knew we had to come top 2 at least, and even 3 wasn't too bad.
So at least I was happy for Vinod that at least he got a double up from Pratibha, and now he's in contention to make some points.
When it was 5 left, I was, playing solid. I knew I could go at it, play a lot more aggressive, which in hindsight I should have, but I'm still quite thrilled and, positive that it worked out.
Well, I was really happy that at least both of us needed these points. This was really crucial for both of us, and we finally made 2 heads up. He's better at PLO for sure. He's been playing PLO for a long time, but I survived till now. I can. This means even I have enough in me to be good at this game. So I was there's just one last punch left, and I'll have to strike as hard as possible.
Brace yourselves. It's time for Heads Up.
The coffee buddies now trying to see who can best each other to take the top spot here at this PLO table. A mountain of chips in front of Rocky, but Vinod has the big ones as well, those pink chips worth the most. So it's far from over. Should be a fun battle. Vinod has all the PLO experience in the world, but Aashish has the momentum at the moment. Ace-Jack 9-8 is a strong hand, especially heads up. And Queen 9-7-6 is a hand you have to defend. So away we go. This should be getting to post-flop. The principles of poker and heads up don't go away. Just like Hold'em, you do have to play much, much wider than usual. I would suspect you're opening 70 to 90% of your hands on the button and calling maybe 60 to 80% of them. Queen 9-7-6 certainly suffices. And now the board comes King Queen Deuce, Rainbow. Aashish with just a gut shot to the Broadway straight should be looking to try and continuation bet, maybe represent that king.
And bet he indeed does. Firing out 21k it looks like.
Now this is a spot where often I would be tempted to just fold. I know you've hit the queen, but what are you hoping to improve to? Your opponent can just completely abuse you depending on the run out. But this is Vinod Megalmani we're talking about. How many tables have you seen him play simultaneously, Addy?
It was 8 visible, and that's only because some of the others were minimized.
Oh my goodness. And it comes with 3. Now this is not a brick. There is the backdoor flush draw. But still, that is a weak queen and not much else to write home about. And look at how this pot has ballooned up. 112,000 in the middle. About the same as Rocky's stack.
All in.
And he says the magic words, all in.
A little less, more than,
This is great timing. Realizing his opponent should not have a king often enough.
This is 112.
He can't exactly be all in, mind you. This is spot limit. He's going to have 3,500 behind. And Vinod, with that added equity of the flush draw, seems to be very, very confused.
Throws all his time banks in the middle so that he can get as much time as he needs to figure this out. Last time he was in a tough spot for all of it against Goendy. He made the right decision. Is his mind still as focused? Are his reads as on point?
And look how weak Aashish Ahuja's hand is, just 12%. If Vinod makes this call, he will effectively win this tournament.
Aashish giving nothing away, looking absolutely comfortable. Vinod just trying to put the puzzle together at this point.
You don't expect to have this much equity with this kind of a hand. You could be dominated in so many ways. Any nut flush draw type holding would be likely dominating you. Of course, he does have the queen high flush draw and blocks the queens.
Wait.
He's thinking.
Should I fold Rocky?
Up to you, bro. Call. I'm happy to get a call. I'm more than happy with the call.
And he shows him his hand as well to get some extra information, perhaps. Vinod trying all the tricks.
Rocky responded with a smile. Looks so comfortable.
Always does. This is his happy place. Putting players in the blender.
Oh, Vinod is just pained. And he lets it go. Aashish Ahuja finding the sick bluff, an absolute masterclass from the self-proclaimed weak PLO player.
2:1. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1.
It was live, no?
Yeah.
Oh, good shape.
You were in way of a good show, bro. I just bluffed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the bad news has been shared.
Yeah, we've been like crushed if you call it. Just an ace or a 10, non-hard.
Aashish can't help but gloat.
The logic of poker won't change. Like, be it 4 cards, be it 2 cards. If you're in this spot, like, if you're a bet in this spot, if you're polarizing with a bet, you're betting big, which means either you have everything in the spot or nothing. According to what my knowledge is, I thought like this hand, the perfect bluff kind did. So I opted to like just bomb with this hand, just naked get shot and 1 over. And I put Vinod in a very tough spot. Like he used 2 time banks, and then he was like, I have a very good hand. The moment he said I have a good hand, I know you picked up a flush draw on turn for sure. If you say you have a good hand, so you have some equity, but you don't have king for sure. The moment I said that, he was like, oh my God, he knows my hand. And he literally flipped his hand, like, he showed me his hand. He was holding his cards like this. Yeah, I have queen with a flush draw. I know, it's face up, bro. You just have single pair hand. And the moment he knew, like I knew it, he's like, so you want to call? I'm happy with either. It's your wish, call or fold. I'm happy with either. And I gave him a smile, and he was like, all right, you can have it. I was like, thank you for the chips.
Love that from Aashish. While he may claim to be not so great at PLO, he of course knows how to play players and play poker to the very top level. And if you give him any information, be sure that it's going to get thrown in your face.
Is there a better sight at the circuit than Rocky smiling?
I believe not.
Jack 6, 6-4 going up against Queen 10, 6-3, and it comes all spades on the flop. This is always difficult to navigate in PLO. Aashish has a lock on this hand with the flush. 10 high flush for Aashish. Vinod does have top and bottom pair. Usually a vulnerable holding, but we're heads up. You can't just put your opponents on flushes. Vinod is betting here for value and some protection as well. And Aashish quickly calls. Another 7 counterfeits the 2 pair for Vinod. He's left with jacks and 7s with a 6 kicker, by the way. All of a sudden, he should know that his hand is likely no good. So now he's converted it into a bluff. He only has 1.5 SPR. 17,500 committed to the bluff thus far, and Aashish quickly calls with a 10 high flush. It's a paired board though. Another barrel might just get the job done. But can Vinod find it? Aashish checks again. Does Vinod want to put Rocky to the test? Just checks behind.
Calling on you, know?
I might go. I'm not sure.
He wants validation that he was getting called, but I have a feeling that it wasn't a certainty. And Aashish with the 6-1 chip lead.
Yeah, SPR is like less than 1. Like that SPR like might have to call him.
Well, Vinod tried to get as much as he could out of Rocky even after the hand was done. But on we go, as Rocky has pretty much all the chips in front of him. In commanding shape, Vinod just left with that stack of pinks. They are the largest denomination, so that's a good thing, but need a few more to survive here.
It's one of those forced all-in scenarios, or almost at that 5.5 big blind level on the button. He gets it in there. King Jack A3 is going to be good enough to commit. And King Queen A3, an absolutely dominating hand.
The diamonds also dominating, so that flush draw is out of the picture for Vinod as well.
3 also. 3 and 8 also. Only a
Diamonds
jack.
also dead.
Oh, diamonds I'm crushing. Wow, only a jack, huh?
Only a jack, says Aashish.
That's not where you want to be in PLO.
That's what domination looks
This
like.
is actually what in Pilo it
Fully dominated.
In Pilo it can be like more dominated.
Is Aashish on the verge of his first ever victory at the circuit? Or can Vinod find the miracle jack? It's a queen. It's still not over. There are some straight outs. A 10 needed to make the nut straight.
If 10, 10 on diamond, at least do that. If 10, 10 on diamond, no?
The ace is the diamond variety. It takes away 1 out. Aashish was all in with just a card to help him survive. Can he go all the way? And it's the 4 of clubs, the 4 this time working in Aashish's favor. Vinod comes up just a bit short, but second place is mighty good, and Aashish Ahuja ships it all.
Well, look who we have here on the top of the podium, Mr. Aashish Ahuja. You just beat some of India's best PLO players in a game that you said you weren't too comfortable with.
Oh yeah, man. I'm actually a PLO noob against these players, man. Obviously, like they are one of the best in poker in PLO in India. So lucky me. Yeah. I think my smile says it all. Can you see that? I just won the PLO tournament against that lineup, against all the odds.
Rocky, I think, is a very good player, very tough player to play with.
Aashish was a really good sport. He was cheering for me, so that was really good, heartwarming, and that's why I'm really glad that he actually eventually ended up winning it.
So Aashish was basically nursing a short stack too. He couldn't get much going whilst I was there. Actually, it was quite interesting because he got it all in with Pratibha before I busted out for his tournament life with nut flush draw, and he hit it on the river and he doubled up, and then I busted I think 2 hands after that. So that kind of made a difference. He picked up heat after that.
We were kind of motivating each other to, close and hopefully come 1-2, and that's exactly what happened. He made a good move on me in the end, which kind of sealed it for him. But nonetheless, I'm still happy with the result.
Obviously, like I told you, I would play aggressive. I would just go all guns blazing. But I didn't, honestly, I'll be very honest, I didn't expect this result. And thank God for this result. Like, I needed this because if I had to make it a finale, this was the only option. You know, my odds against this lineup in PLO was very, very minimal. So, well, what can you say? The God's been kind on me today. And we did it!
PLO never disappoints. How can it with 4 cards? Double the action, double the fun. Most fun, of course, for Aashish Ahuja. 100 points for securing first place. Vinod, who's been inside dying to get off the mark because he really wanted to do better than last season's performance, takes home second place and 60 points. Coming up at the bottom, Jasven with -20, and Pratibha Arya takes the other minus spot for -10. She was quite disappointed. This was her best chance to get into the mix. So this is going to be tough for her moving forward. We'll see how that unfolds. Let's take a look at the leaderboard then after event number 4. With another podium finish, Jasven, of course, is now on top with 175 points. Goindi following closely, 155 points. Azhar, 115 points. Then we've got 4, 5, and 6. Pavan, Jagdeep, and Aashish. They now all have 80 points apiece. Jasven and Vinod, 7th and 8th for 55. Laksh has 50. Ruben has 40. Gaurav Sood, just 10 points. Chigi, just 5 points. Pratibha Arya yet to open her account. Navkiran Singh, -40, in deep trouble. Well, after Aashish and Vinod's performances, the middle of the pack is thrown into chaos.
Vinod and Aashish, they have done tremendously well by finishing top 2 in the PLO. They have definitely made my job harder because these two now are in contention, you know, out of nowhere.
I was actually quite relying on the PLO tournament, and but since it didn't happen, so now looking forward, I think I only have this shootout tournament I'm left with. It's basically a do or die situation for me if I want to make the final cut.
After this, I still have 10 points, got 0 from this one, totaling 10 points, which makes the shootout basically a do or die situation.
I scored 40 points already, and what I have already is not, I don't think will change much how I go about it. I will basically try to maximize my points in the next event.
40 points is not enough. I need to come in the top 3 at least.
Poker's a very funny game, you know, like whenever you think it's got you down and out, or whenever you think you're over it, it just levels you out. So I guess the poker gods were with both of them and they made strong comebacks.
Those guys need to pull away from each other points-wise, otherwise they take the risk of having their fate being out of their hands and dependent on other people's performances. That's not something that anyone wants. You just want to win and get through. And that's all the poker we have from you right now. Next up, we'll of course have the shootout, where things are going to get extremely interesting for the reason I just mentioned. You do not want to miss it. Stay tuned next time on The Circuit.